So as I get started, as I said, here's my contact information with my email address. I'm addressing you guys here and the individuals that I see this on Facebook. So as I indicated, Vince Lopresti, Senior Area Manager, Small Business Administration. We're going to talk about disaster preparedness. And while this thing is, and this presentation is geared towards hurricanes, we all know there's more than just a hurricane out there that can be a disaster. So let's just talk about our learning objectives today. My district director put this together, so it's one of those slow things where you go one thing at a time. So we're going to talk about preparedness. We're going to talk about disaster types. What we're going to do before the storm, after the storm. We're going to talk about some recovery assistance. We're going to talk about the next steps and some important contact information. So what is preparedness? I have a little bit, about half a dozen quotes here to get you in the mood to figure out what preparedness is. First one is emergency preparedness is a team sport. So if you're running a business, you have employees, or you're working for an employer, remember that you are part of a team on that, and everybody being prepared will be beneficial to help everybody out on the team. Fortune favors the prepared mind. Preparedness is the only way you can combat a natural disaster. Preparedness is the ultimate confidence builder, and my favorite one here by Ben Franklin. By failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. So as we know, there are different types of disasters. The first one to pop up here is not COVID-19. The first one to pop up here is going to be cybersecurity. I'm sorry, I keep moving around here. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, as you guys have been seeing in the news, has been more and more important as the days go on. Target got hacked, Pipeline got hacked, and all that. So as a business owner, try to see if your business is going to be able to sustain any type of cyber attack. So find an IT specialist on that to help you with that type of disaster. Fires. We have fires every now and then in Florida. I still remember about 15, 20 years ago in Brevard County, we had some brush fires over here and in Daytona. Fires are probably more prevalent out on the West Coast. As you can see, out in Oregon, there's a fire that's basically self-sustained, and the only way that's going to go out is if it burns itself out. Earthquakes. I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about earthquakes here in the state of Florida, but just know that earthquakes are a natural disaster that a lot of people do have to deal with. This, I think, is a tsunami. Either that or it's a war-torn building. So how can you prepare for a tsunami? Here in Florida, I don't think we have to worry about that, but that is another type of disaster. Civil disobedience, civil riots, that's getting to be more and more prevalent as the day goes on. So is your business insured for that type of disaster? Tornadoes, more tornadoes. Florida will have tornadoes. I still remember back when Hurricane Hugo hit. There was a big tornado over in Tampa and Point Seattle. My family moved down to Brevard back in 1960 something. In the street that we were on, 6 months before we moved on that street, we had a small water spout come up the street and on there. So yes, we do get water spouts in Brevard County, and we do have small tornadoes. Out Midwest, you have a lot more tornadoes to worry about. Hurricanes and flooding. This is the one that we want to talk about that is probably going to be most prevalent for us today.